Libras, it's Jill here from Tarot by the Sea. This is going to be your weekly reading for beginning the 2nd of October 2017. You're the first weekly that I have done for anyone, like ever, in terms of generals. So I hope it's a good one for you. Let's have a look. Because it is the first one that I've done, I tend to do personal readings. I have done generals this week. For the dailies, but I haven't done a weekly one, so goodness knows how many cards we're going to get, goodness knows what direction we're going to go in, but that's the whole joy of it. So let's just move forward. You are my guinea pigs, you're my Libra guinea pigs, so hopefully, there we go, that's our first card. Ooh, I've just done the card for the weekend and I was just talking about that one. Right, let's have a look. A leg up. One of ours, and that I believe is one of ours. Are we going to have any more? We're going to have two more. I have two more cards. Not that one. Oh my goodness. I am such a messy shuffler. If anyone complains about my shuffling, I'm not even going to apologise for it because I can't, because I just don't know how to shuffle. So, but it seems to work. Let's have a look. Maybe we're not getting another one. I'll give it three more shots. I had it, there we go. Right, regeneration. So we're using the Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. Love those cards. I was actually going to do, when I first started this, I only started this week, I was going to use the Gilded Tarot and I couldn't find them. So I started on the Wisdom of the Oracle cards and I've just grown to love them over the course of the week. So the first card that we have for the week is Yang. Okay, it's the number 1 card. I'll talk about numbers in a minute. The second card that we have is a leg up. The third card that we have is Chopwood. We have Poised. We have Observer. And we have Regeneration. I'm just looking to see, bear with me for a second, I'm just looking to see whether I can see whether this is going to be a general overview for the week or whether it's going to flow through the week. I think it's going to flow through the week. I think it's going to be day on day, but we'll see how that turns out. The reason I'm saying that is because we've got 6 cards and I tend to do a daily card for each day, and then one for the weekends. So I'm thinking that's probably why, but we'll see how that goes. So the first card that we have is Yang, and yes, this is the first day of the week, so this is how it's working. Okay, that's how we're going to be. So we're looking at the start of the week. We're going into it with an awful lot more energy and directed action. So as I said earlier, we are letting go of things, and I say we because obviously being a Libra myself, I can't read for myself. We are still letting go of things, but there is this dynamism. Is that a proper word? Dynamism? I think it is. This dynamism coming in, and we are there and we're ready to accept it, and it's coming in from above. I think Libra, I particularly, my intuition's gone through the roof. It really has, and I think for most Libras it has. And I'm getting this number 1, and I'm. There is something about that number 1. Perhaps it's the first time this has happened for you. Perhaps this is the first time that you've really been tuning into your intuition and paying attention to it. And anyone who watches tarot is obviously quite involved in their intuition. Excuse me, I'm going to have some tea because doing these really does dry your throat out. So yeah, maybe it's the first time you've been doing this, and it might be quite new to you and it might be a little bit scary for you. But what I'm being told is to trust it, to go internally. There may be things that generally you would have agreed to, that you just have this inkling intuitively that it's not quite all that it seems. It's not quite all that it seems. There is a little nagging feeling that is telling you that something is not quite what it seems on the surface. That will depend on you. That will depend on the situation that you are in as to whether that's a positive or negative thing for you. It may be that you have become involved in a situation which at the outset, you're looking at and you're thinking, it's not quite what I wanted. Or it wouldn't be on paper what I wanted. But there is maybe it's a new job or a new partner or a new way of life or a new house are all the things that I'm getting. And you're looking at it on paper and you're thinking, it's not. Okay. Doreen Virtue cards. Doreen Virtue cards have a card in I'm not sure which deck it is, but in one of the Doreen Virtue cards, it says your soulmate is different from your expectations. Something in your expectations, okay? And it's different from your usual and your expectations, or something like that. And this is what I'm getting with this. There is something that is different for you that on paper you are looking at and you're thinking, I'm not sure about this. Or it's not what I would expect myself to be doing. It's not the person I'd expect myself to be seeing. It's not the job that I was expecting. It's not the salary I was expecting. It's not in the location I was expecting. The house is 3 bedrooms, not 4 bedrooms. All those kind of things, all those different things. It's not what you were expecting. But what you're being asked to do is trust your intuition. Look inside and decide for yourself whether it is the right thing to do or not. You may have been thinking about this over the weekend. This weekend has been a lot about contemplation. And this actually came up on a weekend reading that I did as a practice one, saying that this was going to happen towards the end of the weekend. So you may have been contemplating this a little bit over the weekend, and you're being asked to go with your intuition, okay? You're being given there's 2 parts to this card. First of all, your intuition is guiding you. So Spirit is giving you a leg up in terms of this situation. Okay, now, the other part to this, because there are 2 parts to this, is that this opportunity, this relationship, this house, this job, whatever it is for you, whatever it is that is there for you at the moment, may not be exactly what you want. Okay, it may not be exactly what you want. It may not be a long-term answer. It may not be a long-term job. So, for example, if you're looking for work, you may be applying for permanent jobs. You may be offered a temp job this week. You may, if you're looking for a relationship, you may meet someone this week who is not going to be a long-term partner, but they are important in some way. So maybe they will become a friend, maybe they will point you to a job opportunity, maybe they will introduce you to someone who will introduce you to someone who will end up being a long-term partner. Maybe they will say something to you that makes you go, oh, do I really do that? Is that something that I really do? Or they may, it may just be a really horrible date. So you go and you go, oh my goodness, no, okay, yeah, I thought that was what I wanted, but it really isn't what I want. Okay, I don't want what I thought I wanted. That's the final straw. I'm done. No, that's not what I wanted. I need to have a rethink. Okay, so it might be that. It might just be, and the same with the job. You may be offered a sideways move in your company this week, and you may initially go, yeah, that sounds really, really good. You know, I wanted to, and you might get into the department and you might go, no, this isn't what I want. It's not the job that I thought it was. I'll stay here for now until I find something else, but I'm looking for something else. Okay. So there are two parts to that. Be guided by your intuition. Even if it looks good on paper, doesn't mean that it is. If it looks bad on paper, doesn't mean that it is. Listen to you. Don't. I was going to say don't listen to the people around you. There is something around that, but I think that's going to come out. I think that's going to come out elsewhere. Okay. Chop wood. Chop wood is about getting the work done. I've had this card so much last week. What is it telling me today? It tells me a different thing every day. Today it is saying that perhaps it's time to go. Yeah, maybe they should have just given me the time to go card. Maybe that's just easier. Maybe it's time to go. So, or it's time to move forward. So depending on what your intuition tells you, you have this is you here, and this is your intuition again, and you have this door, you have this opportunity. So depending on what your intuition tells you, you can either walk through the door into a good opportunity. So if you think it's bad, and then no, if you get offered something that on paper doesn't look good, and then then your intuition tells you it is, then you can move forward into something that's pretty good. So either way, if just follow your intuition, and you have this opportunity to move forward. So this is pretty much saying the same thing, to be honest. The door is open to you. There's a minor niggle with this for me, because okay, I'm gonna come back. Okay. I think these two cards are saying the same thing. So it does help if I turn them the right way around, doesn't it? To be honest, yeah. If you look at them, they're very, very similar. Okay. This card here. This card here is at the same time as this. Okay, they're together. Those two cards are together. What this is saying is that we were talking with this card that it may not be the thing that is a permanent thing, but it might lead to something else. Yeah. So what this is saying is that these two cards are basically saying to take from it what you can. Enjoy it. And just watch to see what other opportunities are coming in. This card to me always looks like, the stars always look like opportunities to me. So there are things up here that you can see them. You kind of can see them. You can see these things in the future. That's why they're far away from you. But at the moment, you're kind of looking at them through a telescope. And so you have these opportunities coming in, but you don't know that much about them yet. You know that they're there, but You know that they're there. You know that they're coming in. They're not a secret. The moon can sometimes be secrets. They're not a secret. You know what? You know the opportunity. Oh, goodness me, sorry. You know the opportunities are coming in, okay? You know that they're coming, but you don't necessarily know what they are yet. And what they're saying is just observe. Take from where you are what you can, okay? Enjoy the opportunities that are offered to you as best you can. So even if that means walking away, because she could just jump off there. She has her fairy wings. She can just choose to jump off. And she could just choose to jump off because she can fly up here and she can pick up new opportunities up here. Okay, that's what it's saying. There are other opportunities if you decide to move away. If you decide to stay, then it's if you decide to stay, then take what's on offer to you and enjoy it as best you can and take the best of it. But in the meantime, continue to look out for other opportunities, because sorry, I have a fly on my hand. Lovely. He's gone now. The one that you are in at the moment may not be the one for you. But it is a stepping stone. It is a stepping stone. But they're saying, watch and learn. There was a massive thing last week about not trying to rush things through because it's divine timing, okay? Everything is for a reason. So the situation that you are in now is allowing time for these to travel down to here and become closer to you, and then you can actually see them for yourself. So it's about divine timing. So hold off. It's all good stuff. It's a bit of a random card. Random card. Not quite sure how this fits in, so let's have a look. So this doesn't look like any of the other cards, which makes it seem to be a little bit of a wild card. And it is a 46, so reduces down to a 10, which is the end of a cycle, reduces to 1. I think like a lot of my readings have been in the last week, this is about it's regeneration, that's the name of the card. It's about this transformation into the new life. But the difference with this card is that it is more active. It's a bit of a tricky one. I'm not instantly getting this. What I'm seeing is we have the lava here, which is bubbling up under the surface. And it's hot and it's fiery, and it brings us back to this Yang card at the beginning of the week with its hot fieriness. Why do we have the blue tree? So I have this. There is a bubbling under of energy. And it's hot and it's fiery, and you may be dealing with a fire sign and an earth sign. Okay, so you may be dealing with a fire sign and an earth sign. But be careful. This is a wild card. This is a different thing. Okay. I always get films in my readings. It's so bizarre. Have you seen the film The Wall? Pink Floyd film. If you haven't, you either love it or you hate it. Okay, I'm not a great fan of it, but I'm looking at I'm just thinking of it. There is a song by Pink Floyd called "Brick in the Wall." Okay, and in that song, in the video for that song, there is a school teacher, and there is something about the shape of this school teacher, the shape of this tree, that is reminding me of that school teacher. Okay, in that, and he wasn't very nice. And he had this big stick, if I remember rightly. It's a long time since I've watched it. but I think he had this big stick, this big cane, and he wasn't very pleasant. And the shape of that and the way that it's drawn is just reminding me of that school teacher. There may be someone who is in a position of authority over you and who potentially is male. And so I'm just looking at this card lying down. It looks nothing like that, but looking at it in the video, that's exactly what it looks like to me. So there may be someone who is in a position of authority. So if you do get that sideways move, if you get a new job, if you're going into a relationship with somebody new, it might be a fire sign or an earth sign. Be very, very careful, because my sense with that film is it's quite surreal. Okay, it's quite surreal. It's a lot about things like drug addiction. It's a lot about unhealthy behaviors. It's a lot about illusion. It's a lot about deception. No, not self-deception. It's a lot about delusions. It's a lot about hallucinations. It's a lot about those kind of things. So there may be this authority figure who may be an earth sign and a fire sign, who may be in your work. It may be someone that you're in a relationship with, and just be careful, okay, because this lava under here, okay, lava doesn't just sit at ground level, okay. For this to be this much lava under here, it will be coming from somewhere else, okay. It will be coming from somewhere else. There will be a deeper deposit of it elsewhere, and it's fiery, and it's destructive, and it's all of those things. So this might be someone who's got a bit of a temper. This might be someone who has got hidden depths, for example. But I'm not getting that they're good ones. I'm not getting that they're good ones. I'm sorry. I'm really, really not. I'm really not. And this character here as well, this school teacher, he wasn't a nice guy. So please just be careful, okay? Please just be careful with this person. It may not be as dramatic as it's looking, okay? It may just be that you get into a new job and you don't really like your boss very much. It may just be that you go out on this date and you meet this guy and you're chatting and you don't particularly gel with him. There is something not quite right about him, or this girl. But they happen to mention that there are jobs going in a certain organisation, and that's your leg up to wherever. This character may well be coming in somewhere. Just be a little bit careful with who you're working with this week. It might be a work-related thing. It could well be a work-related thing. If it's a relationship thing, the card regeneration makes me think that it's not new. It may well be someone that you've been involved with before who may be coming back. There is nothing going to grow on that soil. Okay, that's not soil anymore. That's whatever you call like lava-y stuff. Nothing's going to grow on that. There are no leaves on the trees. Nothing is going to grow in lava. Okay, I went to Lanzarote a few years ago where the lava flats are. They're absolutely beautiful, but nothing grows on them particularly. Okay, there's just these waves of black rock. If you're going into a relationship with someone like this, nothing's going to grow, I'm sorry. I really am. You could prove me wrong. You could prove me wrong. This could be what you're thinking. This could be what your intuition is telling you. Maybe you're looking at this and you're going, oh, I'm not sure about this relationship. I've been in a relationship with this person before and nothing's going to grow. And then you get there and you open your hands and you get this beautiful little ball of fire with a beautiful smiley face in it. And then you're all happy and smiley and wonderful. Maybe it's just a wait and see situation. Maybe it's just a case of waiting to see and doing the work. Maybe that's what it is. This is the end of a cycle. You see, this is the thing. It's like, perhaps it is that way around for some of you, because this is a 10, yeah? 4 and 6 is a 10. So, and then that moves on to a 1. And then you have the 1 card here. So for some of you, it may well be that. And this is what the cards are saying. They're saying, trust your intuition. Yeah, you may have been here before, and on paper, you're going, oh my God, I would be so stupid to get back involved with that again. But then you trust your intuition and you end up with this fantastic new start. Or it could be telling you that this is basically, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Only you're going to know. Is there an advice card? Can we have an advice card, please, for Libra for the week of the 2nd of October, please? Can we have an advice card about the regeneration? So, regeneration card, can you clarify? Not clarify, can you give me an advice card for the regeneration card? Take your time, okay? The fact that the cards are taking ages to come through, there you go. And there we go. The Fates, okay? That's your card. So, interesting. Okay, interesting. It's not very helpful. I think it's saying, with this card, I always see that she's got her eyes closed. She doesn't know what's in front of her. She has actually got the biggest star in front of her already. She's been taking direct action. She's already got the biggest star in front of her. And if she doesn't see it, then she's going to let it go. Possibly that's true. Possibly that is true. But it's not helpful, because it could be that what's in front of you right now is better than this regeneration. Honestly. Should we try one more? Should we try one more and see if we can get another clarification? Come on, give us some advice. I think it's that it's different stories for different people. Libra is all about balance, and the fact that this is the Yang card, and then it's Yin and Yang, so it's all about balance. I think it may just be that it's different stories for different people, and you just need to trust your intuition, and it's down to fate. It is down to fate, and you've just got to watch. Right, that's that one. Treasure Island. Take it slow. Take it slow. Whatever is coming in for you, it comes back to divine timing again, okay? If you see the star in the middle is the same star that's in the treasure box. So take your time, observe, yeah, wait, and just see what happens. Just see what happens. So trust your intuition, wait, observe. These two, interestingly enough, what was I going to say about these two? Oh, she's got her eyes closed. Sorry, I knew there was something. She's got her eyes closed and he's looking. So it's basically, and he's looking at the stars. She's not looking at the stars. So trust your intuition. Keep your eye open on what's going on around you. Okay, if she opens her eyes, she will see there are stars in front of her. There are opportunities there. If you're feeling a little bit low, you're feeling, oh, there's nothing coming in. Well, actually, yeah, there is. There is. Where her hands are, though, on the rope, there is nothing there and there is nothing there. So she's not seeing that actually she's missing all these ones. So If you think that no opportunities are coming in, yes, they are. Just open your eyes a little bit. They may not be exactly what you want, but they are there and they are pointing you in the right direction. So there you go. Libra, that is your reading for this week. I hope you have a wonderful one. I hope it resonated with you. It won't with everybody. I'm very, very aware of that, and I'm not used to doing general readings. So this is new for me, but it made sense. So I'm hoping it helps somebody. Anyway, have a fantastic week, and I'll speak to you. Well, I'll speak to you in the dailies anyway. And otherwise, I'm going to do the monthlies over this weekend. So have a fantastic one, and I'll speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye.